Dear Democratic National Committee, if Hillary Clinton couldn't defeat an arrogant, racist, sexist, excruciatingly narcissistic, pussy-grabbing buffoon, then why the fuck was she given the Democratic nomination for president? Bear in mind that I and millions of other highly active and energized Americans handed you a Trump-destroying machine. We handed it to you on a goddamn fucking silver platter. And what did you do? You colluded behind closed doors with the Hillary 2016 campaign to undermine Bernie Sanders' candidacy and ultimately hand the nomination to Hillary Clinton. A man who in poll after poll, Bernie Sanders, was shown to be much better poised to defeat Trump than was Hillary, and yet denied him the nomination so that you could give it to an extremely unpopular candidate, widely distrusted, with warm, cozy relations with some of the most unethical corporations on earth, and known for flip-flopping her position on various issues like a goddamn weather vane. A woman who was Secretary of State overruled the opinions of top military generals and overthrowing the government of Libya turned it into a hellhole breeding ground for ISIS. I mean, what the fuck? And now we're going to have President Trump. In the words of Ricky Ricardo, you have some splaining to do. People said, it's time we had a woman president, and Hillary's a woman. Well, I suppose that anatomically speaking, she's a woman. I think of her more as a reptilian vagina monster, exhibiting towering stubbornness, egotism, and self-centeredness. She insisted on using her well-oiled political machine to anoint her as the Democratic nominee so that she could be president, even though she knew full well of her various legal issues and the palpable unpopularity and untrustedness that she enjoyed among the electorate. For the record, the Democratic National Committee is now fully discredited. You might as well be Bozo the Clown standing there saying, golly tamale, we gotta have economic growth and a social safety net. If I were Debbie Wasserman Schultz, I'd crawl under a rock and stay there for at least 4 years. The D.N.C. will regain credibility to the degree that it fully denounces and repudiates the ideology that insisted on nominating such a flawed candidate as Hillary Clinton. The D.N.C. must fully embrace the progressive agenda that propelled the Bernie Sanders campaign so effectively. The D.N.C. must rigorously promote a single-payer healthcare system like those enjoyed by all other countries, all other civilized countries on earth. The D.N.C. must recognize the economically pragmatic wisdom of providing affordable higher education for all citizens. The D.N.C. must denounce the international embarrassment of the U.S. having the world's highest incarceration rate and the highest sheer numbers of incarcerated of any country on earth, to say nothing of the for-profit prison industry. The D.N.C. must work to reverse the upward redistribution of wealth that has been going on at least since 1981. No, this will not be class warfare. This will be merely reversing the class warfare that has been so effectively waged by both parties since Reagan's first term. The D.N.C. must get serious about addressing climate change. This must include a serious tax on carbon, resulting in higher fuel prices. It must also include infrastructure projects and land use policies to support car-free lifestyles. The D.N.C. must denounce the sheer idiocy of the U.S. fighting terrorism by creating new terrorists faster than they can kill the existing ones, specifically trying to make the world a turbulent, unstable place so as to foster weapon sales and geostrategic advantage is the behavior of psychopaths like Dick Cheney and not acceptable for the Democratic Party. The D.N.C. must work for a consistent standard for human rights to be applied equally regardless of how friendly the U.S. is toward a given country. Likewise, the D.N.C. must demand that the U.S. no longer criticize other countries for actions that the U.S. is equally guilty of. The D.N.C. must begin to discuss the genuine, meaningful sustainability, including the depletion of non-renewable resources, like fossil fuels in particular, the continued dispersal of persistent carbon-based pollutants into the environment, and the utterly unsustainable trajectory of human population.